Ian and Jordan, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Oh, thank
Thanks for
you.
joining
Thanks
us,
for
man.
having us. Yeah.
Well, I mean, congratulations on just such a wonderful, positive film that that
Isn't
is.
it?
Yeah, sing a bit of harmony.
Oh, it's
Um, I think
amazing.
that for me, a lot of the times when people, friends of mine, giving recommendations for anime, things like that, a lot of times it's a lot more action
Yeah,
oriented.
yeah, yeah.
It's maybe 1,000 episodes in or something like that. And so taking it on a film like this, it was really wonderful just to see great storytelling, stunning visuals, and
Yeah.
really relatable characters. Let's begin. How about you guys tell me a little bit about the characters you play? Let's start with Ian. You play Gachin.
Like Ochan, he's the cool kid, which was weird and different. That's how you know I was acting, because I played the cool kid. He's that guy that everybody seems to like look to, and he seems just effortlessly weirdly popular. But he's kind of 80% good at everything. He's not super awesome at everything or any one thing. He's just that guy who's just kind of good at everything. And he's in a relationship,
Mhm.
and things happen.
Yeah, on my notes, I have him down as Mr. 80%.
Right, Mr. 80%.
Jordan, you played Toma, who he is nerdy. He's obsessed with engineering and is very important
Yes, yes.
to the main character. Tell us a little bit about him.
Sure, sure. So Toma, like you said, he's kind of the dorky, kind of shy, a little more introverted, friend of the group. Super smart when it comes to engineering and a lot of the group tends to rely a little bit on him when it comes to like the tech stuff. But he's a lovable dude. He's very kind, and you can tell that he has a very big heart.
It seems like in very different ways, all these characters are kind of in their shells, and it takes this kind of innocent AI character like Shion really to bring it out of them to really flourish, and I thought that was great. For example, with Gachin, it's interesting because he may be the most popular guy, but his self-confidence tells him otherwise. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh God, you find that all the time. The coolest people and the most like neat, famous people that I've ever met. They're all doing whatever. All of them are like completely self-conscious and nervous, and he is. He. Oh, trying not to spoil.
Yeah,
I think it's fairly common. I think
Mhm.
especially when, I mean, I would assume that if you were known as the coolest kid in school, that in and of itself's got to bring a fair amount of anxiety that you
Yeah.
have to perform to a certain level or be a certain level of cool or make the right decision or that people look at you. That's a responsibility that the random kid in the background playing card games never, had to deal with. So yeah.
Jordan, I feel it's the opposite for Toma because he's there for everyone. Anything breaks, anything comes up, they always go running to him, but he doesn't necessarily get that same validation. But we see that with Cheyenne and with some of the things that she does for him, or he realizes through her. He's a lot more. He has a lot more value, and I think he also grows in the same way. Would you agree?
I would agree with that. I definitely think that there's more to Toma that meets the eye, that the audience, will hopefully find out, as the movie progresses. But he's he's got a lion's heart, and he's there for everybody. And I think it takes a little bit of pushing for him to maybe come to terms or realize that. um but without obviously spoiling too much or anything, he's there's definitely growth for him.
Yeah, it's really tough sometimes to talk about certain themes in characters, especially when we want to talk about their journeys because we want everybody else to enjoy it as well. Let me ask you both this: why does it take this AI, this robot to really bring out some of these qualities in some of these people? Is it the innocence factor? Is it just kind of because what I love about Shion and the way it's written is that it's not one of these robots that is like consistently gaining emotion. Like it is a robot, and it's like I'm doing whatever it is I programmed to do.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No. I can go. I'm smart right off the bat. I think that it's actually an interesting commentary about how sometimes we can be robotic and in the, in our own programming of what we have to do, the jobs we have to go to, and we worry about those things instead of worrying about what is genuinely most important is the search for happiness, is what makes you happy, and then going for it and really grasping for it. I think that we have all been given the programming, and Shion hadn't. And Shion is free of a lot of self-imposed, what word do I want to use? A lot of self-imposed orders and responsibilities and anxieties that we put on ourselves. She's got a few directives.
It's funny because every time that she feels like she really needs to make a statement, it's like, oh, song, got it. That's the way to fix things, which is obviously the classic animation way to do things, but it's done a little bit different here.
But there's a reason, and
yes.
And when that reason was revealed for why all of that was, it hits good. It hits hard.
Yeah, it's a really warm story, and I think that's what was really enjoyable about it, is that it's and there's other characters too, like Thunder, who's very very emotional and very very lovable too. Aya and the the awkward thing that happened with Gotcha in near the beginning. So many good fun moments, and it just wraps to a great feature that I think in this day and age is something that a lot of people really need. Because it might inspire you to go out and hug some of your friends, or maybe even reach out and just to get back with a group of people. Wouldn't you say?
That is a great point. Right now, this is the tone of movie that I think we all need. Because we've all been through a lot, and to go and watch a movie and to walk away feeling warm and fuzzy with all the feel-good moments, I think this is the movie we need for right now.
I agree.
Yep, right at the right time. So, as voice actors, how do you guys prepare to do your job for a feature like this? Do you guys watch the original version first with the other cast, or do you guys how do you guys find the voice for your characters?
Please.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know for me, Toma was something that I kind of just pulled from and kind of how I was in high school. So when we went through the audition process, I auditioned and I got the email saying, hey, you booked the character, which I was thankful for. And then just going into record, getting a chance to just kind of, watch along as I was performing. I was like, man, this reminds me a lot of just like me. Like, I feel like I don't really need to add too much, because anime is always so, it can be wacky and wild. I was like, I don't feel like I really need to add too much to this. Like, this is, let me just listen to Caitlin, her amazing directing, and let me just kind of throw probably how I would, have acted when I was in high school. It's been like 12 years, so it's been a while, but it was very much just very realistic and just a lot of pulling from my own experiences in high school.
Since I wasn't the cool kid, I did not have that to pull from. But like, I think we've all been through, some emotional stuff and relationship stuff. And so really finding the kernel of truth within that, and then making that, really feeling that, because, when you're in high school, you really feel things. To answer your earlier question on did we get to watch it beforehand? Not all the time. We don't always get to, depending upon what the structure is. If it's a show, sometimes due to simuldubs, It'll be coming out in Japan as we're doing it, so we don't get to watch ahead so much. We can watch maybe an episode or two ahead. This one, fortunately, we were able to watch the whole movie beforehand. And so you're really able to understand where your character's going, the emotional journey that they go on, and be able to kind of plot your way through. But again, we did have Caitlin Glass as a director, and she's an amazing director who was able to guide us through each emotional beat and really help us with a wealth of knowledge and understanding of how we fit into this. And each little note and how our note fell into the larger chord so we could all be in harmony. I just made that up. I'm proud of that. But yes, so being able to watch ahead and having a really good director, it really helped. And then yeah, just like Jordan, you find the truths within you, and then you play those.
This might be hard to answer without spoiling, so if you don't feel like you can, it's okay. But I feel that every opportunity for an actor, for a voice actor, is a learning opportunity. So I kind of want to know, what did you learn from your character that you'd love to apply in your own life?
I was reminded that I like to play soft and gentle. I don't get to play gentle very often, but it was something that it felt so good. It is a good energy to inhabit, and when you get to be a really kind, nice, genuine person, like that travels with you for a while. So it was great.
Yeah. For me, I'd say it's okay to just be yourself. You know, if you're a bit on the dorky side, you know, people are still gonna gravitate and love you for who you are. You know, the people in your life that are meant to be there, you know, are gonna accept you for who you are.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today. I
Thank you.
appreciate chatting with you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a wonderful film, which I know is getting a lot of notoriety in a couple of different film festivals. So that's
Well,
really
that's awesome.
exciting.
Thank you.
I hope everybody gets to enjoy it, and we'll hope to see you on a future project.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Take care.